Enthusiast or buyer, cars or bikes, all that you need from the automotive world is right here on the Autocar India channel. Subscribe now. You've probably already seen it in spy pics, but here is the final product. This is the Hyundai Creta facelift. It gets a few more features on the inside, looks slightly different on the outside. So let's see what's new in a bit more detail. Let's start with what's new on the outside. Well, the talking point up front has got to be the larger new grille. It's bigger, bolder and links the Creta to the latest lot of Hyundais sold abroad. What's also nice is that it's got the chrome surround that fuses in with the headlights, which as before are projector units. Another big change is the new DRLs that now sit lower down on the bumper. And finally, there's the silver cladding for the bumper, which does help give the Creta a slightly more macho look. The basic shape and design remains untouched, but at the sides you will note the new design for the 17-inch alloy wheels. There's not much new to report off about at the rear though. The bumper has been redone and the taillights have been reprofiled, but that's about it. In all, the Creta remains a handsome SUV in look. As for the cabin, on the inside, the only change worth talking about is the inclusion of the Swachh can, your little portable garbage bin. I'm kidding. The actual big changes are the inclusion of a sunroof for the very first time and powered driver's seat adjust. There's a lot more in terms of features as well. The revamped top-spec SXO trim Cretas finally get cruise control and an auto-dimming internal rear-view mirror. Wireless phone charging, meanwhile, is a cool new addition as well. There's also a smart key band that lets you lock and unlock the doors without the need for the physical key fob. It doubles as a fitness band as well, counting calories and steps, so you have more reason to keep it on. Also revised is the Creta's instrument cluster, while the touchscreen infotainment system remains user-friendly and comes loaded with navigation and Android Auto, Apple CarPlay and MirrorLink. As for the rest of the cabin, it's neat, well finished and a roomy space. But occupants in the rear don't quite get as good a view out as they'd expect in an SUV. The top-spec SXO trim does cost 50,000 rupees more than before, and at 15.04 lakh rupees ex-showroom Delhi, the fully loaded diesel isn't cheap. But then you'll agree, with the added features, the value proposition has also changed. An important point to bring up is that Hyundai has trimmed the variant count from 7 to 5, and the good news is the petrol manual is finally available in this top-spec SXO form. However, automatic transmission buyers will still have to make do with the lower SX trim. The engine and gearbox options remain same as before, but the 1.4 diesel, 1.6 petrol and 1.6 diesel engines do get minor tweaks. Hyundai claims fuel efficiency is up 4% on this engine. We drove the 1.6 diesel manual and as before liked it for its refinement and smooth build of power. Hyundai says they've also worked on the Creta suspension, but honestly the changes are so minute you really can't tell the difference. At low speeds the suspension feels soft and is very comfortable. It's just that when you increase the pace, the Creta feels soggy and doesn't quite give you the same composure and confidence that you'd get in a Renault Duster or a Renault Captur. But that aside, if you have your heart set on the Creta and don't mind paying extra money for the new top-spec version's extra features, the Creta is the best it's ever been.